What death is about is taking all of our knowings, all of our knowledge from who we are to what the earth is, etc. It's taking this knowledge and momentarily suspending it. Time is an illusion, so all death is doing is momentarily stopping you. It's momentarily halting you from all the movement, all the motion. The only time we're ever truly at rest is when we are asleep. And that's why sleep is the cousin of death. And what death is an immediate stop to all that you know, including the movement, the motion, the coming and going, such as day and night, life and death, birthing and dying. But when we know who we are, we understand that death is not an actual happening, but a realization of what has never begun. When you realize that which has never began, you have faced death and realized that what you truly are can never end. Therefore, you have no origin, you have no starting point, you have no definite position in space. Any exact pinpoint position in space is but an illusion, because the center of the universe is always the focal point which projects it, in which case will always be you. The speaker and the listener, the seer and what's seen, the author and the reader of the very same book, the very same story. We've been reading about ourselves since the beginning, but that's just it. There is no true beginning, there is no true origin to our being, because we are not a human species. We are not a human race, but we are in a human race, and that race is to the pursuit of happiness. Each one of us not only compares, but fights each other to get to that finish line of happiness, of what that end goal is here, of what we've all been sold and told what happiness is, which is why we are not only at war with ourselves, but at war with each other. We're at war with each other, and through politics, through the political system, you are at war with yourself. Through the dual party, they've taken the dual brain and put one side against the other, so that the people, the you, will never realize that the two sides are truly one and the same force, which is consciousness. The two sides are opposing ideas, but the ideas are universally consciousness, which is where we forget. We're not this side and we're not that side. We are consciousness itself. You are everyone, everything, which means there is no this side versus that side. It's you facing yourself. And since we are all unconscious of who we are, we unconsciously fight ourselves day after day while blaming a government or corrupt system, when it is truly our unconscious self which remains asleep while assuming to be awakened, because we are aware of what's going on with the governments. We are aware of what's going on with the systems of the world, but we don't even know what the world is. We've never seen it. We don't even know what the system is. We've never experienced it, because that system is not outside of you. The truest system is within inside of you. The truest currency is the mind, is already inside of you. And that's why we have been led outside to chase the happiness, to chase the universe and everything in it, never realizing that everything is already at the point at which you are right now, and all we must do is stop, surrender, which is what death is attempting to do to us each and every moment. But we're not ready to sit still. We're not ready to surrender. And I don't just mean the body, the mind. is not ready to sit still, is not ready to surrender, is not ready to stop prolonging the inevitability to what it is. Because deep down we know what we've been taught doesn't make sense and doesn't feel right in the heart. And that's what soul searching is all about. Peace. Peace is priceless, cannot be bought. In fact, you have billionaires, millionaires spending thousands, millions to obtain this idea of enlightenment because they've obtained all the materials, all the money, and still have fallen short. They have realized they still haven't gotten what it is they're looking for. So we're paying for this enlightenment, for someone else to give it to us, to show us. But all we must do is surrender. When we are ready and willing enough to admit to ourselves we're not who we think we are, then at last we will begin to uncover the veil which we have put forth as the world and as ourselves, as the human. Both are just ideas, they're beliefs, they're thoughts, which we have all agreed upon to comfortably exist in this shared idea, which never was. Just because we all agree on it and support it does not mean this is what reality is, which is why we go to sleep at night unsatisfied, unfulfilled, and searching. The mind is not quiet, because we know this is not what truly is. There is more to this picture. There is more to this experience. And right we are. It's a matter of, are we willing to pay that final price of surrendering all that you know, momentarily, including the most sacred knowing of all, which is who you think you are. Only then do you face death to realize that you don't die because you have never begun.